All right, it is 2025 and the question still remains, can I still do pre-orders for my clothing brand? And that answer is, it depends. So it all depends on a few factors. But my name is Ryan. I own a clothing brand called NewBara. NewBara stands for Breaking NewBara Kids, getting over challenges, difficulties, and obstacles to get to your goals. So go to newbara.online. I'm sure we have something that you would like. But let's get straight into it. So a few pros for having pre-orders for your clothing brand. Number one is going to be cash flow upfront with no other cost. So basically, you're going to be selling a mock-up or sample, and if you have a sample, you have some upfront costs there. But with a mock-up, you can sell that online, whatever, try to build up some hype, build up some engagement, and let people know ahead of time, like, hey, you're investing in my brand before it even starts. So that's kind of the only pro and way that you can do that one without putting anything up front. So another pro, I guess you could say, within this system is going to be guaranteed sales and maybe profit, depending on how well you do. It all depends on how you do your drop and how well it goes. But yeah, so you could have some profit. If not, then you have guaranteed sales at least, and you can order exactly how many you need rather than over ordering or under ordering in some cases. But yeah, so next up is going to be, you got to hype it up. You got to really build that hype and get people to be scared of missing out and let people know, like, hey, this is a pre-order, but if you don't pre-order, you won't get it because we're not going to restock it. That's where you're going to build up that hype and scarcity and get people to actually, drive into that. Whenever people can't get something, that makes them want it more. So just, if you can build some type of scarcity and hype around that, then there you go. But some of the issues of running a pre-order is going to be customers hating to wait around for 2-3 weeks, even longer, depending on the product, how many you're making, where you're getting them made, and just overall your process of getting that product to the customer. People hate to wait. Amazon has came in and changed the game for waiting. People no longer like waiting a day or two for their Amazon delivery, much less 3 or 4 weeks for a piece of clothing that they bought off of an Instagram ad or Instagram page, whatever. So be very cautious with how long your lead times is. Make sure you're letting your customers know how long they're going to be waiting around, because you do not want people charging back on you. You don't want people saying, oh, well, I didn't see that it was going to take 3 weeks. Oh, I didn't see, yeah, really, that is going to take that long. So you got to make sure that you're letting people know how long it's going to be. Because on top of that, you do have production and shipping delays. So let's say, your factory gets caught up with a bigger order. They put you to the side because you're a small business. They don't really care as much about your order. I hate to say it, but that's the truth. So they put you aside and it delays you a week. Let's say your package gets held up in customs. It gets held up in whatever. If you use FedEx, you know about that. So it's going to get held up there, and then you're going to get delayed another week, and then it takes another week to get to your customer once it lands to you. So just make sure you're very clear with time frames and you're able to ship that product out immediately once it lands to you if you do pre-orders. But yeah, and like I already said, chargebacks and refunds, you gotta be careful with those. People will try to charge back and get refunds if they wait too long. If they go over that time frame, or even before, people just don't read. People do not read, so make sure you put it very boldly. Yeah, next up is going to be, a marketing struggle as far as cons go. It's not easy to market a product that you don't have on hand. If you just have mock-ups, if you just have one sample, it's kind of hard to market those. I don't know why my phone just fell, but yeah, it's not easy to market those. It's actually really hard, because all you can do is just record a screen or record your one sample and take photos of one sample however many times that you possibly can. If you have an actual on-hand sample, then you have a lot more of an advantage than someone that just has a mock-up that they're recording a screen, because with a sample you can do a lot more. You can get model photos, you can get real life photos and videos and all of that stuff. So yeah, I would definitely make sure you do get a sample if you are going to be running pre-orders. So let's get into actually running it the right way. So you want to keep it as short as a time frame as possible. So aim for 2 or 3 weeks max delivery. Like I've already kind of touched on, 3 weeks. I've been saying it this whole video because that's kind of like the key point. Like that's like the breaking point. Anything past 3 weeks is kind of like, no, I'm not ordering that. Like I'm not waiting 3 weeks for something that I can just like go get something very similar today. That's just me. So anyways, keep it short. You know, you want to get your product to the customer as quick as possible. Be transparent about the timelines, like I've already mentioned, and then use maybe a hybrid pre-order model. So maybe you have some of these products already on hand, right? So let's say you have 20 of them on hand, sell an unlimited amount, and then just like, you got to note this in the description, right? You got to be like, first 100 ship for free. Even if you're a little exaggerant, that's fine. First 100 ship immediately, I mean, not free. First 100 ship immediately, and then the rest of them are on pre-order, which will take 2 to 3 weeks. If that's how long it takes, put that in your description, and then you can just sell every single size. Some people are gonna read it, some people won't, and then, I mean, hey, some people are just gonna be having to wait on pre-order. You never really know. That's, I mean, hey, they gotta read it. But yeah. Another way is you can also do like a hybrid roll, is where you already have the product coming in. So let's say it's like 2 weeks out, right? It's gonna take 2 weeks before it lands to you. You can go ahead and drop that and be like guaranteed 2-week delivery, or it's a 1 week out, right? Guaranteed 1.5 week delivery, whatever. You can still say 2 just to be on the safe side and give yourself some slack there. But that's one way that you can do the hybrid model, is just like I said, get your samples, post all that, and be like, drop is live now, ships in a 1 week. Like that way it's like you do have to, or you can even say ships within 7 days, right? So it's like, it looks like you'll ship sooner, but you kind of give yourself that 7-day time frame. So that's another way that you can do the hybrid pre-order model if you want. Another thing is offering incentives. So be like, first 20 people to pre-order get 20% off, get $10 off, whatever it may be. You get some type of discount on, you know, that product just for like being an early investor in it. And that way that you can get it off your hands and just get it gone before you even see the product. Now, another way is if you're working with really reliable manufacturers, whether that's in person, like local to you, or if it's like across the states, across the country, whatever it may be, across the continents, I guess I should say, then you can kind of have them like, look, I need this quick and I'm gonna sell them for pre-orders. Like you have to explain to them the whole model. Be like, I'm gonna sell them as pre-orders, right? And as soon as I get my orders, I need you to start on them immediately and ship them out immediately. And you have to make sure they're on their toes and are ready to work with you. But yeah, so that's honestly the, you know, pros and cons and structures of how I would personally do pre-orders. So to answer the question, the answer is yes, you can do pre-orders, but only if you are doing it right. So make sure you're gonna take people's money up front and you have the profit secured and you reinvest that immediately. You want to be able to deliver on time with your pre-orders. You want to keep that transparency, make sure you're putting in descriptions, your posts, your whatever. And then make sure you're just avoiding any bad reviews, negativity at all costs, because you don't want to go down after your first drop or your first pre-order drop just because you couldn't get the product out. It sucks, but it happens to a lot of people. But I did just drop an entire community, so if you want to join that, the link is down below. Other than that, if you guys leave a like, subscribe, and comment, and I'll see you guys in the next one.